to identify one or two things at a time. One or two things at a time is not enough to cleanse the samsara. It has to be everything. That is the only thought. In that only one thought. Not grasping, both grasping, and not grasping in that thought. Cut, step back from cut and not cut, together with not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. At the same time, with not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. When you step back from the stepping back, together with not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. And the power will happen automatically. To dissolve, to cleanse, extinguish and empty out. Step back from the stepping back itself, together with not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Don't focus one or two things at a time. It's not enough to cleanse the samsara. It's not enough even to cleanse yourself. It's not enough even to clear yourself. It's like you taking a shower every day. It's not enough to make yourself clean. Still identifying with things. Your desire, your delusive attachment is thicker and thicker every day. Step back from that stepping back. And together with not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Cut, step back from that cut. Not grasping, step back from not grasping. Not grasping, step back from not grasping. And it will be a true not grasping. If you cut, step back from cut and not cut. And it will be a true cut. Two cut or both cut and not cut. And together all the same with everything. And that will be enough to cleanse samsara. Not for one or two things, but everything. Being still, being indifferent, being neutral doesn't help anything. It's not beneficial. It's like you are in your own cave. In meditation, mindfulness, being still doesn't help anyone. It's like a frog under a coconut shell doing meditation. Everything is from not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. That is when it is released, the released for one another. From give up, both give up and not give up, everything. From renounce, both renounce and not renounce. From give up, both give up and not give up. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, everything. That is when we can release the release, liberated, the liberation for one another. Everything, from not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, all the same. You're not grasping, step back from both grasping and not grasping. You cut, step back from cut and not cut. and the power to extinguish will be immense, will be much more powerful. When you step back from quote cut and not cut, it will be a true cut, a cut that doesn't mean anything, that has nothing in that cut. We're not grasping, step back from that grasping and not grasping, it will be a true not grasping, a not grasping that doesn't mean anything. When you're not grasping, step back from both grasping and not grasping. The power to dissolve, to cleanse without a trace will be very powerful. That is the power to release and liberate. And together, all the same. Together, all the same. Just step back from both cut and not cut, and it will be a true cut, a cut that has no trace of mind, of cut. And together with not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, with everything. Step back from the stepping back. Together with not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, with everything. Step back from stepping back. Everything, all the same. All the same with everything. So it is enough to extinguish for samsara. Because of the word everything, because of the thought of everything, it can be together, on and on, and it is enough to cleanse for the samsara. If you focus on one thing, two things, it's not enough. Do you know? To recall everything, it is beyond yourself. If it is about yourself, it is one thing, it's one or two things, but when it is everything, it is beyond yourself, beyond relatives, sister, brother, husband, wife, beyond children, everything. It is beyond any nation, country. Everything is beyond any realm of existence. Everything is beyond even the beyond itself. It is beyond even the beyond itself because everything is from not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, all the same. Everything is from not attached, both attached and not attached together. That is why it is beyond everything. It is everything that is beyond everything automatically. That is it. You cut. You might step back from both might and not might, cut and not cut, with everything. And the power to extinguish will be tremendous, will be complete. Do not grasping, step back from both grasping and not grasping, completely. So it will be a full power to extinguish and cleanse. It's not about the mind within to extinguish, to cleanse without a trace. It's not about the mind touching anything, receiving anything. If you use your mind, it's still about suffering, the contact. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Step back from grasping and not grasping. It will be a true not grasping. It won't be about grasping even the non-grasping itself. The knowing is still an obstruction, an obstacle. Use the key of great compassion. Recite the sentence. Not grasping, both grasping, not grasping. Cut, both cut and not cut. Those are the keys of great compassion. And it will dissolve. It will dissolve the knowing, seeing. Don't focus on knowing and identifying with knowing without enlightening. Don't focus on knowing and know what you know of and having something to do with what you are knowing, but without enlightening. Just cut. Cut, both cut and not cut. Don't focus on being obsessed with being a frog under a coconut shell. Being with your meditation, your one-pointed mind. You're using your meditation, your one-pointed mind, holding on to that, using it as your coconut shell or cover. Staying with the stillness, with any mind state, any Dhamma state. Let go or both let go and not let go. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. So there is no more desire, no more delusive attachment overlaying Dhamma. No desire overlaying Dhamma. If you let go, from let go of the letting go itself. If you're not grasping, from not grasping the non-grasping itself. You step back from that stepping back. So there is no more self in stepping back, not stepping back. No more self in grasping, not grasping, cut, not cut. Cut, step back from cut and not cut. Not grasping, step back from grasping, not grasping. You step back from that stepping back. What I'm saying, what I'm reflecting, you cannot hold on to any of it. If you hold on or grasp on to any sentence, anything that I said, you will have a headache, you will have a hard time. Any sentence, anything I'm reflecting, you cannot grasp on it. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, it doesn't grasp on even the non-grasping itself. But if you try to grasp on it, you will have a headache. You feel suffocated, feel the tightness in your chest, and you become insane finally. The conclusion will be the insanity. Because you try to grasp onto something that is ungraspable. That's why you become insane. And the degree of insanity will be different. It is something that doesn't hold on to even itself, doesn't grasp on itself. It ends everything, it ends every matter, it ends for everything. Every matter, when it doesn't end, because there is grasping, overlaying, attaching, overlaying every matter. That's why it doesn't come to an end. From not grasping even the non-grasping itself, that will end every matter, everything. Because the problem in everything, it starts from having grasping, overlaying, having delusive attachment, overlaying. That's why it becomes a problem. That is a big cutout, a main switch. Uproot the cause of all the cause of suffering. Just beyond narrow or wide heart, everything. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, all the same. It will be beyond everything. It will be everything that is beyond everything. It is everything without attachment, without delusion. So everything not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, all the same. And it will be everything that has no delusion, no attachment. It will be everything that is beyond everything automatically. And finally, this samsara comes to an end because of great compassion. Everything. That's the conclusion. End to the conclusion of great compassion. The great compassion comes from the great thought. Everything. That is the great thought. Everything. That is the basis of great compassion. So when you not attach, both attached and not attached, it means everything. Everything not attached, both attached and not attached, all the same. That is to release and liberate all the everything at the same time. And keep on having great compassion. In the ending for the samsara, release and liberate for everything on and on. How are you feeling being with yourself? You feel bored, you feel lonely. When you are with yourself, do you feel lonely? If you feel lonely, if you're looking for 1,000, 1,000,000 friends, it's like you gathering all the loneliness together, and it will be a great a mega loneliness. Why don't you beyond the beyond itself instead of looking for friends? To give up the giving up itself. Everything, give up, both give up and not give up. So everything, it is beyond any friend, any brother, mother, husband, wife, children. It is beyond any race, beyond any tribe, any lineage, beyond even itself. The word everything. It is a great thought, a thought of great compassion. If you want to follow the Buddhas and Mahabaramis, have great compassion, the same as them, so that you become the same essence of the Mahabarami and all the Buddhas. The essence that doesn't mean anything. The most annoying person is you yourself. Having self in yourself, that is the most annoying thing, the first annoying thing. First of all, make conclusion of essence of enlightenment from not grasping the non-grasping itself, or the same, from not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Don't focus on yourself identifying with self. Make conclusion. everything. So it is beyond self and not focus on self. Don't be narrow. Being with self, if you just be with yourself, it is narrow, it's uncomfortable. Even a lotus, it bloom out. Even from the blooming itself, every lotus, you like it so much. You love this lotus. Any monk, any lay person, always taking a picture with the lotus. A blooming lotus doesn't stay with the blooming or closing. It closing, let go of the closing. The blooming, let go of the blooming. It is the same essence, the same key. It let go or both let go and not let go. It's not about anything, not just anything. You cut, it's not about cut. It cut both cut and not cut. Cut, let go of the cut itself. Not grasping, it isn't just with the not grasping. Not grasping, let go of not grasping. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. No more closing or opening. You think that a blooming flower staying in that blooming state all the time is not it. It is bloom out of the blooming. Everything let go or both let go and not let go. So there is no more conditions, no conditionings in your thought, in your idea. The most boring thing is the boring itself. What are you bored with? If you bore with yourself, you still upside. You overpass it already. The most boring thing is the feeling of boring itself. So make conclusion, not relate, both relate and not relate. Cut, both cut and not cut. Make these conclusions, and you won't feel boring or not boring. There will be no more self in boring or not boring.